What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of BioShock. And while I'm at it, before I forget, happy 4th of July to everybody. Happy Independence Day. So I do apologize for taking a while to make another video. Things kind of got in the way, and I am getting text notifications. Anyway, so without further ado, let's continue where we left off from our first endeavor with Rapture. Let's see. Here we go. So the interesting thing about BioShock is that even though they are separated by names of the places, there's not a traditional level sense. Like, it's not like we're gonna play, oh, this is level 2, this is level 3, or anything like that. This is basically the way that BioShock is structured is it's one cohesive story. Excuse me, and the idea is that everything kind of flows together, which is part of the reason why there are no cutscenes or anything like that. Is because the game is designed to just kind of begin from point A and it'll end at point B, and that's kind of how this game goes. So it does make going back, if you forgot something in a previous level, you better hope you didn't, because there's really not a way to go back and get it. There is a point towards the latter half of the game where they can let you, where they'll let you get back into a bathysphere or in something like we're in, like this thing, and you can go back to a previous location and get stuff. But you really don't want to do that, just because all of the enemies get a little tougher as the game progresses, so it does make things just a little difficult. Anyway, before we continue, let me just see if everything is up to par. Yes, we are. Okay, cool. Awesome. And let us continue. Sorry, getting my cords in the way. Okay, let's see what we have here.
Now you've met Andrew Ryan,
I did
the
indeed.
bloody king of Rapture. Now find your way to emergency access.
Emergency access. Okay, cool. Well, this looks like a quality hospital.
Three things: free markets, free will, and free mandates. Even in troubled times.
Someone's nearby, and I don't like that. Ooh. Hey, we get to hack.
For anyone to do this.
Hacking is pretty cool. Okay. No. Other. Yeah. There we go. We are going to do this. Oh, crap. No, I am doing everything wrong. Oh, there we go. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so hacking, as you just saw, sorry for the little pause in talking, I was kind of concentrating. So hacking in this game is kind of like playing pipes. That's their version of hacking, and it is actually kind of clever. In certain cases, it can get kind of challenging. As the game progresses, hacking gets to be a little bit of a pain. In a good way. It gets very fun. But the idea of it's actually kind of cool. But this little guy will be on my side. Oh, crap. Alright, I don't like that laugh, whoever you are. If you could just nod, that'd be great. Who is shooting at me? Ah! Where are you? Thank you, buddy. Oh, you've seen better days, sir. Okay. Well, okay. Just dive right in. Anyway. Oh, boy. You know, the one thing that this game does pretty well is it doesn't make you feel very bad for rummaging through corpses. Ooh. Maybe I don't want the circus of values, huh? Did you ever think about that? Anyway. Get out of my way! Thank you. Okay. I'll just call you Fart Boy. Yep, okay, cool. Fart Boy it is! The marvelous adventures of StrongerBark and his pal, Fart Boy. Or Fartbot. Yeah. There we go. Fartbot. That's the good name. That's the name. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so you see this little, that little arrow there, that's where you want to get to. Okay, actually, I should probably, I have no idea what I'm really doing. That seemed to work. You. Okay, cool. Awesome. Glad to know ya. Ah, there we go. And we come up here. Yay! If you hack vending machines, if you hack anything, you'll get an award. Hacking the security bots, like my good pal Fart Boy, there you are. He will be on your side rather than against you. And if you hack vending machines, you get discounts. Or sometimes they'll throw you stuff, which this one didn't. Anyway. What do I need? Okay, cool. Alright, Fart Boy. We have Eve of the foot. Anyway. Oh, which reminds me, I didn't listen to the other audio diary. That's okay. Yes. Did you need something? If you're judging me by going through dead people and taking their stuff, they're not gonna need it. Hence, they're dead. Don't argue with me. I am talking to a robot. This is where my life has gone to, people. Okay, people. This guy's a real piece of work. Anyway, I need to go through and look at my audio diaries because I have not done that. There we go. Oh my gosh. That is okay. Yeah.
Dr. Steinman said he'd release me today. Ryan didn't come to see me since the New Year's attack, not once. But Dr. Steinman was very attentive. He told me that once the scar tissue was gone, he was gonna fix me right up, make me prettier than any girl I've ever seen. He's sweet, all right. And so interested in my case.
That's not a good thing. That sounds like it's the opposite from what you want.
Ryan and Adam. Adam and Ryan. All those years of study, and was I ever truly a surgeon before I met them? How we plinked away with our scalpels and toy morality. Yes, we could lop a boil here and shave down a beak there, but could we really change anything? No. But Adam gives us the means to do it. And Ryan frees us from the phony ethics that held us back. Change your look, change your sex, change your race. It's yours to change. Nobody else's.
Okay, so this actually brings up a very interesting exploration in philosophy here. So, and I'll be doing this throughout the playthrough of this game. I'm going to take the audio diaries and I'm going to kind of explain, or at least give my interpretations of them from both the story and just from what I'm seeing, just from what they're talking about. Okay, so if you didn't really catch this from the first episode, Adam is basically what gives you your power. In the first episode, if you remember, I walked up to a vending machine that had a vial and a random syringe, and I put that syringe into my wrist, like a normal person would. You know, when you find a syringe, it's just unwritten law. You just gotta immediately inject it. But that reddish hue, that red liquid that you were injecting yourself with, that was pure Adam. And Adam is what gives you, it rewrites your DNA. It's able to get you your powers, and eventually they'll get into gene tonics and that sort of thing. So Adam is great. Adam in this society was actually the main source of income. In fact, later, I think it's in this level, I believe. In this section of the game, you will see advertisements that will have an A with 2 slashes on it. That's the currency symbol for Adam. And actually, I might as well explain this before I die from somebody else. But anyway, so Adam is what gives you the access to plasmids, and plasmids is what I have now. I have the Electrobolt 1, which is the ability to shoot lightning, or force lightning from my fingers. So Steinman, this doctor who is part of the medical facility, he's a plastic surgeon, and yeah, this is kind of the first step into his ever-growing madness. He's under this belief that because of what Adam can do for you, it can make you do anything that you want to. And part of the philosophy, and this is kind of the philosophy that Andrew Ryan has, which is, he's talking about the ethics. He's talking about things like, kind of in the same vein of cloning and that sort of thing. Really change your genetic identity simply because you yourself are in control of yourself. You'll find that control, or just the idea of control, is a very important element of the philosophy of Rapture, because everybody's in control of something. You're in control of yourself. You're in control of what kind of powers you want. You're in control. When we start getting into gene tonics, which is also in this level, when we start getting into gene tonics, you are in control of your own genetic code. Simply put, you yourself are nothing more than to be something to be commercialized. Over-commercialism is another part of the philosophy of Rapture, and it gets really interesting because you can kind of see good and bad sides of using commercialism, but they take it to the ultimate extreme, which is if anarchy was structured, this is pretty much what we would get. There's no form of government, and anything and everything can be commercialized. I mean, right down to your genetic code. I mean, it's a product, right? If it sells, the idea that this little red liquid can give us access to our own self, and then can just completely change who we are simply because we can, right? Like, that kind of goes into, obviously these scientists was only concerned about whether or not they could. They didn't stop to think if they should. And Steinman, his audio diaries are really interesting, and this one in particular just kind of is the stepping stone to his philosophy, or his outlook of being a surgeon. And it's really funny that he's a plastic surgeon and a doctor, because he literally believes that he is called to help people who may not like themselves. And his viewpoint is that if you don't like yourself, I mean, you'll figure this out too, But if you don't like yourself, then you can just sculpt it away. Just sculpt it away and change it to something else. Which is interesting. It leaves a lot to be talked about. Now, the girl, I believe her name was Rachel. Actually, what was her name? Radio messages. Nope, Diane. Her name was Diane. So, that girl, Diane, that was in the previous episode with her audio diary, that she was shot during whatever riot, during the riot that was breaking down.
What's the matter, Mary? You look like you.
I don't feel so great. I'm dizzy, I'm nauseous, and sometimes I'm even seeing things that aren't there.
That's just the flash blues, Mary. You just need to slow down a bit on the splicing. Before you know it, you'll be as right as rain. Remember, a smart splicer is a happy splicer.
Oh gosh. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So Diane from the first episode, when she was injured during that riot, she was the same girl that Steinman was working on, and kind of interesting how he's. I really do find it interesting that that he's become so interested. I still don't really understand like if there was any sort of connection between him and Diane, because obviously Ryan had a thing for her, or at least that's what it seems to be, unless he just completely ignored her, which it sounds like he just didn't have that much of an interest to begin with. Which, anyway, I'm kind of rambling at this point. Okay, I did something great. Oh crap. Where are people coming from? Where are people coming
You
from?
want to use emergency access, we need Dr. Steinman's key. He's the one that runs this place. But I don't expect to hand it you out of milk and human kindness. Steinman ain't that kind, and frankly, I'm not even sure he's still human.
Oh, thank you. Are you just going to leave it? You're going to leave it with that. Okay, well, you know what? It would be great if you could actually help for once, instead of just being the convenient dude on the radio. No, I'm not going to say. Okay, alright, cool. Glad to know you, pal. Down! Hey, hi, yeah. Did I kill you pretty? I did kill you. Okay, cool. That actually jumped me a little. Anyway, yeah, cool. Machine gun. Heck yes. Okay, now, okay. Fart boy, or fart bot, whatever your name. Farty. I'll just call you Farty. Fart bot? No, I kind of like fart bot. Anyway. Stop shooting at me. Cool, yeah, you go up there.
Scurrying like a rat.
Ah!
See you know.
I didn't say anything funny.
Where did you go? We have rules that won't work for
Thank you, Fartbot. Okay, Fartbot, can you help me out here? Hey. Oh, that's right. I need to check this person here. You better have something good. Well, okay, that's it. Okay, well, I was expecting it. Well, I was expecting a peanut. But you know what? That works too. I don't like that whistling. Don't think I can't hear you. I can hear you. The most sensitive hearing ever. Did I just say earring? Oh, this is interesting.
You promised me pretty, Steinman. You promised me pretty. Now look at me. Look at me, darling. After the voice can kill uncouth, uncultivated.
Okay, okay, well, a lot just freaking happened. Okay, so if you remember from the first episode, that kind of ghost-like flashback thing happened again too, and there is a reason for that. But for now, you don't really know why. And to be perfectly honest, even I'm still a little unsure as to what they are. A popular theory of mine is just because of Adam and because it does make you more aware. And it also seems to be that the splicers, which is what the enemies are called, people who are Adam users tend to be more aware of themselves. Meaning that they know when another Adam user is around. So it could be that because you are now, by default, a Adam user, you now kind of have access to things that happened previously. Like, for example, you can follow a traumatic trail. So, for example, locked away memories, if you will. This is kind of BioShock's really only introduction, really only only dive into the supernatural. That's kind of their only little nudge there. But yeah, my theory on that, because it's I actually don't remember if they explain it or not. I think they do eventually explain what it is, but a popular theory of mine is that they're, like I said, because you're an Adam user, and the splicers do seem to be a bit more in tune with other Adam users. Like, for example, they can sense when you have Adam, which is pretty interesting. So my take on this is that those memories, or those ghost flashbacky things that you're looking at, is just a genetic trail that leads to something that was traumatic. Like, for example, that woman, whoever she was. I think that was Diane. Just taking a guess. I actually think that's Diane. Sounds like someone didn't get beautiful. Or that could have been a random woman just to prove a point of Steinman's not so niceness. Excuse me, Fartbot. Fartbot, get out of my way! Out of my way! Thank you. Sheesh. Did I miss anything in here? Actually, I can just go for it. Okay. Let's see.
You keep an eye peeled for Steinman. The daft bastard set up shop in the surgery wing. You want to find him? Just follow the blood.
You know, this seems like a quality hospital. You know, like, just it's so clean, and all the staff seems very friendly. You know, I would definitely recommend this place to everybody. Oh my gosh, this is delightful. You know, I kind of want to stop the staff, and I'm wondering if they're aware that there is an AIDS problem. You know, the growing number of... You know, for an insane person, he has a really good signature. I like the script. Stop. You stop.
Adam presents new problems for the professional. As your tools improve, so do your standards. There was a time I was happy enough to take off a wart or two, or turn a real circus freak into something you can show in the daylight, but that was then, when we took what we got. But with Adam, the flesh becomes clay. What excuse do we have not to sculpt and sculpt and sculpt until the job is done?
Okay, yeah, so that kind of plays into what I was talking about with Steinman. he has a very interesting superiority complex to the point where he... Ow, 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 ow. What was that? Oh my gosh, you are not a helpful little robot. Oh no, Fartbot! Fartbot. Anyway, so yeah, that really plays into what I was talking about with Steinman. He has a, really interesting. Okay, so what are you shooting at now? What are you shooting at? Hey, don't just shoot at random things. Bad Fartbot. Oh, never mind, that wasn't you. Sorry, Fartbot. Anyway, does anybody else want to take a shot at me before I start talking and analyzing the game? Anybody? Anybody at all? No? Because I'm here. I got 8 bullets left. I have 8 That door open? No, that's not a door. That is water. That is water. I can't tell the difference between a door and dripping water, folks.
Came here to be a star. Came here to be a star. It's not too late. Not too late.
I think you're in the wrong place to be a star. No, seriously, who are you? Okay, I'll go through my analysis of Steinman later. I want to find this person who wants to be a star. Why'd you come here? Actually, do I feel bad about doing that? I don't know. It's just wait. Okay, honey, 1, why'd you come here to be a star? And 2, you're not dressed to be a star. You look like you're dressed for something else. Wait, what? Oh, El Amo Bandito. Okay, so I got... Dang it, I am falling behind on my audio diaries here. And I thought I just heard another splicer. Anybody? Anybody at all? I don't... Stop with the laughing, I didn't say anything. What is so funny? It's like these people are insane. Don't you dare!
I'll be better next time. Please don't go.
Oh gosh, they are
Tell me
everywhere.
you love me. Go on. Say it.
Say what? Did you just say...
Fine. Have it your way. Please. Just pretend you get this out. Say something, God damn it!
Okay, so I forgot to mention this. This is not an exaggeration. This is actually kind of true. Every splicer in this game has a name. Well, behind the scenes anyway, each splicer has a name. They have a certain model. After a while, every splicer has a character, and they're voiced by different people, which means that they tried very hard to give these people an actual personality. And when you're not nearby their vicinity, they actually begin to, as you've clearly had an example of. I don't need to reiterate or to iterate, but I will. They will talk to themselves, and sometimes it's kind of cool to just kind of sneak up or hide and listen to what they have to say. And some of the stuff, if you really listen carefully, some of it's kind of sad. like, you actually start to have a little bit of an attachment to these people who, in turn, are trying to kill you. So you really do get in this really confusing kerfuffle here. If that was even a word. Anyway, it is now. But yeah, like, some of these people, like, for example, she came, that woman that I just killed, actually, to be perfectly honest, she wasn't even trying to kill me. I just went in there and shocked her to death. But she was talking about wanting to be a star and all this stuff. And it's really interesting. They will always talk about why they came here. And sometimes you will get a motive as to why they are the way they are. I mean, now they're so kind of far gone and they're so demented that they can't help but be impulsive. And the minute they see another Atom user who isn't as bad as they are, think of it like bullying. They, or at least a popular trope with bullying, which is like, you don't like yourself, so you bring people down to your level. That's kind of similar to the Splicers. They are so far gone, and they're so gone mentally that they're not even in our own reality. They're in their own reality. So anytime they see somebody else who isn't quite there, they get afraid and they get aggressive because they want what you have, is essentially why they're trying to kill you. Anyway, just little fun fact there. It's little details like that do make this game really interesting. Oh, speaking of it being paused, this gives me a perfect opportunity to catch up on my audio diaries. Because oh gosh. Here we go.
On the surface, the parasite expects the doctor to heal them for free, the farmer to feed them out of charity. How little they differ from the pervert who prowls the streets looking for a victim he can ravish for his grotesque amusement.
I have something to say. That'll happen after this.
It has been brought to my attention that some citizens have discovered ways to hack the vending machines. I should not need to remind each and every citizen of Rapture that free enterprise is the foundation upon which our society has been established. Parasites will be punished.
Okay, so you heard him use parasites twice. Twice in 2 audio diaries. He uses that a lot. In fact, it's become so apparent with Ryan that even Rapture begins to adopt this terminology for parasite. Parasite is the sort of slang term for people on the surface, or what he calls the people on the surface, who follow rules and regulations and that sort of thing. This audio diary right here, vandalism, is actually really interesting because you can see the hypocrisy in Andrew Ryan's statement. In fact, in the last audio diary that he just said, he was talking about how the parasites are expect the doctor to heal them for free and all this stuff. Both of these audio diaries are kind of contradicting to what was the original intention of Rapture, or at least his original intention, as he said in the propaganda video that you watched as you got into the bathysphere, saying, where the doctor, where the artist wouldn't fear the censor, where the great wouldn't be constrained by the small, where the scientist wouldn't be bound by petty morality. This is kind of, he was also saying that, so free enterprise, right? Free enterprise is the foundation upon which our society has been established. Okay, great. There's a little bit of a hypocrisy here because he does not believe in government. In fact, he even said no gods or kings. So he doesn't believe in any organized government. In fact, he's kind of a dictator, but not really. And it's like every company is sort of running this. Every company is running this sort of society. The thing that is hypocritical, I'll finally get to it because I keep saying it. The thing that's hypocritical is that he's imposing a rule. He himself is opposing a rule, even though this entire city was built to get away from the rule. He keeps calling people in the parasites with their ethics and with their laws that they're parasites, or they're sucking the life out of everybody else, or they're sucking the life of people who are free thinkers. Well, he's kind of doing the exact same thing by imposing a rule that you shouldn't steal. That's essentially what he's putting in right here, that you shouldn't steal, even though he's saying that you should be able to do what you want. You start to kind of get this glimpse of he's not even, there's a saying of preach what you practice and practice what you preach. He's doing pretty much neither except preaching. He's not even practicing it, he's just preaching. He wants everybody else to follow these rules, but in a way, only certain people. Parasites will be punished. And he's this kind of word usage here. He will call anybody a parasite if he feels like this is coming from the surface. It's really, really interesting, and I hope this is making sense. But the cool thing about this particular diary, actually, these two diaries in particular, kind of do delve into the hypocrisy that Andrew Ryan. It's not a blatant hypocrisy. A lot of it is just interesting little tidbits here. But the idea that this city was built basically for complete free will, yet you're imposing a rule to not steal. What essentially he's doing is he's imposing a law. It's been brought to my attention that they have found ways to hack. Well, he built this place as... We built this... Sorry, I had to. I'm choking. Karma. He built this city to escape... Again, I'm gonna rehash what I just said, because it is kind of an important point here. He built this city to escape from all of the nuances of the laws, of government, of religion, and all this stuff, yet he's kind of doing the exact same thing. The exact same thing, albeit very, very less so compared to what was on the surface, but he's still doing the exact same thing. He's still doing exactly what he escaped from the surface to do. Anyway. Oh yeah, you.
Why are you making this so hard for me?
I'm sorry. In all honesty, I think you're making it kind of hard for me.
Next time, please don't go!
Stop following me!
Oh.
Pretend you isn't go!
What the? Okay.
Be taken to the morgue.
Oh, come on. Dang it. Ow. Come on. Where are you? Ow. Hey, this gives a chance to introduce something else. Yep. Okay, so this is kind of cool. Let me explain this. So, I don't know how else to explain this, but basically, Rapture found a way to not die. Kind of a cool in-game mechanic. Every time you die, you are brought back to this Vita chamber. I was going to say something about it in the last episode, but I haven't died yet, so I didn't really want to spoil anything. I kind of wanted you guys to figure out what this thing was, but wait. Sorry for the pause. I just got an epiphany, and I'm really mad because I can't share the epiphany because it is a major, major, major spoil on the third game of this franchise, which, anyway, we'll get there when we get there. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, but oh my gosh, I got an epiphany. Anyway, we will continue. Okay, anyway, so yeah, basically Rapture found a way to not die. You'll be immortal. Every time you die, you are brought back to the last Vita chamber that you had some sort of contact with. Which means in the in-game mechanic, it gets kind of cool, because when you're revived, you get a little bit of health and you get a little bit of Eve back. Not all of it, but you do get some back, which is kind of cool if you ran out. Which means...
Hey, Mary, going to the big game tonight? I heard Ryan's Raiders are playing.
No way, Jim. It's not safe. Haven't you says bandits are everywhere.
Hold on a second there. Remember what Andrew Ryan says. If you do that, the bandits win. Take your family to Fort Frolic and Arcadia. Go out and shop. It's the Rapture way of life.
Oh gosh. But what was I saying? But yeah, like which means for the in-game mechanic, it's kind of cool because when you die from facing a from fighting a pretty hard boss, you then get another chance and another opportunity to maybe do something different or change up your tactic. It's actually kind of cool. It's actually a very interesting in-game mechanic. In fact, there's an achievement to if you turn you can turn that function off. You can have it that when you die, then the game just ends. And if you go through the entire game with it turned off and not die, you get an achievement that's basically like you are the BioShock king. I have yet to do that because, quite honestly, I like the 5 chamber. Personally, I think it's kind of cool. Gosh, I really wish I could explain the epiphany, but anyway. To those who are watching this and have played BioShock Infinite, hint hint, please, I hope you understand what I mean by I have an epiphany. If you don't, I was gonna say comment, but please don't do that, because then that'll spoil the third game for people who, if they have not played any of these games, that'll be a massive spoiler on the third game. Anyway. And I feel bad for mentioning it. Anyway, forget I ever mentioned anything. I mentioned nothing. I know nothing. I am an ignoramus. I'm a person who has no idea how to talk. Anyway.
I am beautiful, yes. Look at me. What could I do to make my features finer? With Adam and my scalpel,
For crying out loud, I'm trying to listen to a recording. Dang it.
What if now it is not my skill that fails me, but my imagination?
Shoot. Will you just please die?
Yes. Arrange for this one to be taken to the morgue.
I don't want to go to the morgue. I want you to go to the morgue. You know what? How about that? How about that? Can you go to the morgue, please? Okay, I'm getting notifications. Those are my goals. Okay,
I am beautiful, yes. Look at me. What could I do to make my features finer? With Adam and my scalpel, I have been transformed. But is there not something better? What if now it is not my skill that fails me, but my imagination?
I feel like I just need to collect all these audio diaries for him and just kind of go through an analysis of Steinman. But actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through an analysis of Steinman. Actually, yeah, as I said before, I'm going to analyze all these audio diaries, which will make these episodes just a little longer, but that's okay. Okay, if you guys weren't really paying attention, or if you need a little bit of help here, these audio diaries are kind of going in order. I don't think they placed them that way on purpose, because sometimes you can miss them, but if you play them in order, the way that they appear on the screen, you will get this kind of evolution to Steinman when he was a free-thinking doctor. In fact, let me replay the first one to kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So there we go.
Ryan and Adam. Adam and Ryan. All those years of study, and was I ever truly a surgeon before I met them? How we plinked away with our scalpels and toy morality. Yes, we could lop a boil here and shave down a beak there, but could we really change anything? No. But Adam gives us the means to do it. And Ryan frees us from the phony ethics that held us back. change your look, change your sex, change your race. It's yours to change. Nobody else's.
In this audio diary, this is clearly before he actually injects himself with Adam. Or at the very least, this is before he really starts to heavily use Adam. It's kind of like, actually, to be perfectly honest, the way they talk about Adam here, they kind of talk about it as if like it's heroin, because you do have to inject yourself with pure Adam before you can even use Eve to do plasmids or anything like that. So in this audio diary, he's clearly sober. I mean, albeit a little far on the wayside in terms of his thinking, but at the very least, he's being logical about it. He himself kind of wants to use Adam because as a surgeon, weird way, but he does want to help people. He wants to be able to give them exactly what they want. If they no longer want to be whoever they were, if they no longer want to be Caucasian, then they can be whatever other race they want. Or if they don't want to be another race and they want to be Caucasian. He's trying to use the idea of free will. It is yours to change, and he wants to be the person to help you make that choice. However, the more and more he succumbs himself to Adam, the more and more he begins to just slip into whatever imagination that he's getting into. In fact, this gets clear when he gets to here, actually.
Adam presents new problems for the professional. As your tools improve, so do your standards. There was a time I was happy enough to take off a ward or two, or turn a real circus freak into something you can show in the daylight, but that was then, when we took what we got. But with Adam, the flesh becomes clay. What excuse do we have not to sculpt and sculpt and sculpt until the job is done?
And then we get to this.
I am beautiful, yes. Look at me. What could I do to make my features finer? With Adam and my scalpel, I have been transformed. But is there not something better? What if now it is not my skill that fails me, but my imagination?
If you pair this and the very last one that we just listened to, you can really tell, even in his voice, his inflections, his tone, he's really starting to not really be all together. In fact, he keeps saying that he's hinting that something is never going to end, and this is kind of this is really interesting, because in the very first audio diary, we get the very, very first one that we ever got with Steinman, we get this clear-cut, like, end goal for him. You no longer want to be Caucasian, you want to be African American. Well, great. I will make you that. There is an end goal. There is an end game. It starts with this, and it will end with this. But the more and more he uses Adam, the more, like in the second one even, it just snaps. He's talking about, what excuse do we have not to sculpt and sculpt until the job is done? Well, when is the job done? We're really starting to get into the mind of Steinman, which is like perfectionist. That's what he wants to be. And even now, when he's saying that, is there something not better? Now he's worried about his imagination. What can he do to make his features finer? Well, if he's contradicting himself in the very opening statement. I'm beautiful, yes, look at me, but what could I do to make my features finer? Well, if you're beautiful, you wouldn't need to make yourself more beautiful. You're already beautiful. You've already reached that standard, but there is no end goal. There never will be. Now he's completely lost touch of what he wanted to do in the first place. Now he's talking about sculpting, and he's talking about he's, in a sense, without being too cliche, he's gone mad with power. I'm not sure if you guys signed up for a actual analysis on this game, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I think it's kind of cool. And if you play this game and you go through the audio diaries, not only do I think you'll have a better understanding on the storyline of BioShock, but I think you'll also kind of get a more in-character more deep appreciation of just what it is that you're doing. Okay, now that we're done talking, let's see if we can actually do the things that we... Oh, you again. Oh, come on! That's not fair. 2 against 1 is not fair. Ow. Okay. Ow, ow. Are you serious? Well, guys, you're looking at the true skill level that I possess, which is clearly expert level, and I should compete professionally on the national level. I'm a professional. I only die on purpose to make it humorous. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. That's it. I die on purpose. Yeah, there we go. Just making myself a little better. Don't judge. Let me have my moment. Okay. Eternal flame. I don't want to deal with you. I really don't. No. You didn't look at me. You didn't look at me. Don't look at me. Okay, can I pay to get something here? Actually, let me try. Okay. I need a particular pipe, and you're not. There we go. There we go. Let's see. There. Now you're not giving me. There you go. No. There we go. Actually, that worked. I don't know why I'm saying. Don't listen to. Don't. Kent or StrongerBark. Don't listen to StrongerBark. That's where we go. That's where we go. I'm sure everyone in the comments are going, there's a better way to do that. You know, I know there's always a better way to do it, and I never do the right way. Like, for example, I don't know what I'm doing now. Okay, there we go. No, I need... There we go. Yes. Okay, full health. Oh, wait, I think... No.
Are you there? The nurse doesn't like you, but I do.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
Nurse, help me find this patient.
You stay the ever-living crap away from me, sir. So I bet you're wondering what just happened. Okay, well, remember when I said that when you hack something, you get an reward? Well, when you hack these health stations, they actually poison your enemies that try to use it for health. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. Oh, you are not a good-looking person. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? I now have the power. Ooh, there's something in there. There's something shiny in there. I'm like a... Can I get access to it? I got special ammo. Oh, there we go. Really? Nothing in the cabinet? Okay. Ooh.
So many filthy things. It's disgusting.
What's disgusting?
When is a fever not a fever? When I say anything.
Did I offend you, sir? If you're mad at me for killing your brother, technically he tried to shoot me.
I can see death floating in the air.
You can see death floating in the air. Oh! He's talking about the...
Come.
Ow.
Damn security.
security cameras.
Oh,
I
crap.
can hear the infernal things all around you. Ryan's eyes and ears.
Well, I done goofed. Yeah, okay, yeah, I deserve to be shot. I am gonna die. Yeah, I'm just gonna die. Hi, Fartbot. Oh, you're not Fartbot. Okay, yeah, that was dreadful. Okay, let's see what we can do here.
Hey, Larry, going to the big game tonight? I heard Ryan's Raiders are playing.
We don't need to talk about the Ryan Raiders. Nico time. Well, that's a lovely name for a cigarette. Okay, let's oh, I didn't even think this was here. Hey, I like how one of them had numbers beside it and the other one was just dollars. We don't know how much it is. It's just money. Okay, they keep giving me shotgun ammo, which means I'm not too far from the. Ooh. Okay, well, I am gonna listen to more audio diaries. Ooh!
I was at German prison camp, only 16 years old when I realized I have love for science. German doctor, he make experiment. Sometimes he makes scientific error. I tell him of this error, and this make him angry. But then he asks, how can a child know such a thing? I tell him sometimes I just know. He screams at me, then why tell me? Well, I said, if you are going to do such things, at least you should do them properly.
I'm gonna save my analysis on Tannenbaum later, and you'll find out why.
When Picasso became bored of painting people, he started representing them as cubes and other abstract forms. The world called him a genius. I've spent my entire surgical career creating the same tired shapes over and over again. The upturned nose, the cleft chin, the ample bosom. Wouldn't it be wonderful if I could do with a knife what that old Spaniard did with a brush?
This is really interesting. He is now comparing himself as an artist, which I guess in a matter of speaking, being a plastic surgeon is in a way. I'm trying to think of the surgical art. I guess. I mean, there is a little bit of an art to the science of what he does, but like I said, there are end goals in the medical field. There's usually you are either either A or B. He's now attempting to do something that is just quite honestly impossible, given there are limitations that a particular human body has. I mean, all human bodies have. I mean, the entire human body does have a limit, but each limit is different depending on who you're talking to. So it's infinite, basically, and he's trying to put all infinite possibilities on everyone, on one person. So it's like a tattoo artist, where when you go to get a tattoo, a lot of times the artist they won't just copy from a picture. They want a picture for an idea, but they'll usually kind of put their own style or their own twist into the art, and that's just because it's their art. They want to make sure that their name is being attached to you. But that's kind of what he's acting like here. Like there's a style. There's a particular plastic surgeon style. like, if I'm going to be your plastic surgeon, you will look like J.S. Steinman did you. And it's not like, and he's thinking that every person that comes in his wing is going to be this hunk of clay that he can just turn into some beautiful work of art. That's really what his mind has gotten to at this point, not realizing that there is limitations based on the human body. It's so interesting. Anyway, I am out of bullets. Oh, shut up. That's not funny. I know it's good for you. Okay. I need to get ammo. Oh, come on.
Keep away from my blood!
No! You! No! Oh, gosh! Why did you... just... Did you just call me selfish? What a jerk!
When I say it isn't!
You are surprisingly commenting pretty accurately to what I'm saying, sir. That's a little... Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little intimidated. That's it. That's right. I'm intimidated. I'm intimidated by an AI. You guys heard it too. Like, this makes twice now that he's commented, I'll dare say, kind of accurately to what it is I just said. Okay. Where is that health station so I can hack it? I think you need to see a doctor, sir. If I can just... Did you see me? Please tell me. Please tell me you didn't see me. Please tell me you didn't see me. I really don't feel like... Are you drinking something? Oh, no. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, come on. This is not going to be fun. Oh, there we go. I need that. Oh, come on. Yeah, I think I actually... No, 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 no. Come on. I know. Oh, cool. Sweet. Yes, that's how we do it. Yeah, you try to get your health back now.
I'm the goddamn...
Ow. Did you just kick me?
Yes. Arrange for this one to be taken to the morgue.
You are a little turd. Oh, shut up. No one asked for your commentary. That's my job. That's what I'm doing. Where are you? You are literally testing my patience, sir. Where are you?
I tried to help, but sometimes I make mistakes.
You did no such thing. You were not trying to help me. Stop acting like you were helping me. No, 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 no. Oh, did you? Oh, come on! Yes, die. Just...
I don't want to.
Cool. Oh, did you just blow up the... No, you did not. Okay, cool. I am not filthy. Ow.
Damn it, I need them just
they're worse than cockroaches. There are so many of these freaking guys. That's irritating as crap.
What's the matter, Mary? You look like...
For a second, I thought you were just gonna say, "What's the matter?" That would be the third time.
Sometimes I'm even seeing things that aren't there.
That's just the plasmid blues, Mary. You just need
Oh, hi, Mr. Sickly Person. Am I gonna catch your disease? Sorry for the lack of talking, just this... Ugh. I'm not craving anything. I'm craving survival, which includes this person to not survive. In order for me to survive, they must die. Actually, it's kind of ironic. In order for them to survive, I must die. It's a really interesting world we live in here, folks. Okay. Is anybody around? Did you just tell me to shut up? You, sir, have seen better days. Where did he go? Did he just... Wait, what? Where the heck did he go? I need help. Let's... No, don't you dare. No, okay, oh gosh. No, oh, okay, yeah, I deserve to die. Yep. Okay. Let's try this again. I will go great lengths to get a sale. I'm like every... Dang it, I'm gonna die. Crap. Oh crap, oh god. Yep, okay. Yep. Well. I'll hack you later. Let's see if I can hack you. There are a lot of you. Okay, let's... Crap, I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Ow. Okay, let's see if we can try this again. Oh gosh, they decided to go all out here. Okay, I will need... Thank you, senor. Can I at least buy my health? Actually, that was probably... You know what? Hindsight, that was probably a stupid thing to do. Dang it. Well, I know I'm wounded. I can't even... Well, this is an interesting development, people. I'm gonna die. I have no health kits.
With genetic modifications, beauty is no longer
Oh, hi.
a goal or even a virtue. It is a
Thank you, Ryan. Whatever the heck that was.
Why do we have 2 eyes? There's some law that says we must. 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 ears, 2 breasts.
I don't remember hearing that. That is kind of terrifying.
Looks familiar.
Not finished! Not finished!
You'll have to find some way to get through to surgery and Steinman. Chin up now. The Lord ain't the quitter. I can hear that splicer sounding off like it's the 4th of July. Explosives are hard to come by down here. If you get your hands on one of them telekinesis plasmids, you can catch the damn firebombs and toss it right back in its gut.
Oh, can you now?
Or anything else that might be standing in your way.
Thank you for that lovely tip there, Atlas. Okay, well, we got a new goal to find telekinesis, and with that, I am going to end it here. This seems like a lovely place to end, but yeah, I am going to end it right here. Yeah, I'm gonna end it right here, guys. We're gonna pick this up in the next part of the episode. Actually, thank you. Just to make sure that we actually have a next episode. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying. I really hope you're enjoying these, because this is actually a lot of fun for me to go through these and play through this game. It is. Wow, if I can talk. It's becoming a lot of fun for me. This is actually really, really great. So I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am. Don't forget to hit please hit the subscribe button. I'm very, very lonely. No, not really. But yeah, I will see you in the next video, and we will pick this up trying to go get that plasmid of telekinesis. I will see you in the next video. Have a great one.